Shalom, Koholoyim La, Yahweh Bashem Shai. Also with the mods of Elder GMS and honors to you, Akim. Peace and blessings to you, brothers and sisters that listen. The hopeful elect, Koholoyim La, Yahweh Bashem Shai. And do this video today to the power of Yahweh Bashem Shai. You know, those birth pains, man. Those contractions that's taking place in the earth right now. Right? But you know, the scripture compares, as many personification and symbolism in the Bible. Scripture talks about the womb of the earth, comparing, the earth to a woman, right? And the scripture talks about the many birth pains that the earth is going to experience before Yahweh shall return. Okay, and as we can see this week, the war, right? You have different volcanoes acting up in Iceland and Italy and different parts of the world. You got the whole terrorism on the border, okay? And we also have this whole Israel and Hamas situation. You see, so we see things as escalating, but then, like the scripture says, like a woman in contraction, 1 minute she's in pain, and then the next minute, her uterus relaxes. You see, so she has an on and off pain until the climax, man. Right? Those are the signs of labor, and that's also with prophecy. 1 minute you have things escalating, and then you have things go back down, right? That's the rhythm of prophecy. You see, and when a woman is in a labor, it can last anywhere from hours to a day, man. See, and people get deceived by those things. But let me get Job, the first chapter, right? Because the scripture does compare. Before I read any other precepts on this, the scripture does compare the earth to a woman, right? Before I get to the prophecies. You read this, Job chapter 1, verse 21. Let's read from 20. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshiped. He was in a state of mourning, right? Because his sons and daughters died. See? It said, naked I came out my mother's womb, and naked I shall return thither. Right? Now, obviously, you can't return back to your mother's womb. What is he talking about? The earth, man. The dust of the ground. Right? Then he said, let me read on. The Lord gave, Yahweh Bashem Shai, and Yahweh Bashem Shai have taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai, man. Okay? So he said, naked I came out my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. Right? Like the Apostle Paul said, we came into this world with nothing, and that's exactly how we're going to exit. Right? Return back to the dust of the ground. Right? Just like you also read in Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter, it tells you that if you divorce a woman and she gets another man, and he divorces her, the scripture says, shall not that land be greatly polluted, that woman? That's why in the law, when you read Deuteronomy, the 22nd chapter, in fact, let me get that law. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 9. It says, thou shalt not sow thy vineyard with divers seeds, right? Lest the fruit of thy seed which thou hast sown and the fruit of thy vineyard be defiled. That's why a woman is not supposed to have multiple partners, man. Okay? A woman is being compared to what? The earth, man. See? All right? So we tell you women that, but they don't listen, man. Right? Because that goes back to the law, man. That land or that woman is polluted, man. Okay? Now, when you read, I was going into these birth pains and the contractions, all right, the constant up and down, all right, the rhythm of prophecy, man, and not to get fooled by these things when they start talking about peace and safety. Are we making a peace treaty with Hamas, and Russia and Ukraine wants to make peace as well? And people think things gonna go back to how it was before. No, man. That's why the scripture says, let me get 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. And let me get 2nd Ezra after this. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. It says, but of the times and season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, so cometh as a thief in the night. See? It's going to come upon people unawares because they weren't watching, man. Especially 2/3. They have no clue what's taking place, man. They want to get caught up in celebrity gossip or sports or the scripture or the holiday season. Okay, which is the Bible calls what? Folly, man, foolishness, man. They're not paying attention to prophecy, or they might be deceived, like the scripture said, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, oh, we making a treaty, a peace treaty, right? We letting go hostages, or what other nonsense they might be doing, or Russia and Ukraine wants to sit at the same table, okay? Or it looked like things was going back to normal, especially after C-19. We've seen that people went right back to sleep, man. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape, man. Right? Like we know when a woman's about to have that child, right? It's unavoidable, man. There's no going back, man. Those sharp pains that she's experiencing, all right, before she pushes that child out is unavoidable, is inescapable. That's the point we in right now with prophecy, man. And that's why the scripture says, let me get 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter, before I get Isaiah 42. So, we're going to remain on our watch. And the scripture tells you these things would happen. We got 2nd Ezra 5:42. Let's get it. Quick, let's stay with poverty. How about Shem Shah? These are the birth pains. Okay, these constant things taking place on the planet Earth. Okay, this is your 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. Not 42. So that's good too. But he said, 44. Then answered he me, angel Uriel, and said, the creature may not haste above the maker, neither may the world hold them all at once that shall be created therein. The world can't hold all the prophecy at once. Okay, just like you even read the book of Revelation. Right? We read about the 7 angels and the 7 trumpets and the different vials that they're pouring upon the earth, who represents the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Shah. Right? So this is what the angel Yun explained to Ezra. Let's read on. It says, and I said, as thou hast, neither may the world hold them at once that shall be created therein. And I said, as thou hast said unto thy servant, that thou which gavest life to all, hast given life at once to the creature that thou hast created. And the creature bear it, even so it might not also bear them that now be present at once. Let's read on. And he said unto me, ask the womb of a woman, and say unto her, if thou bringest forth children, why doest thou not together, but one after another? Pray her therefore to bring forth 10 children at once. And I said she cannot, but must do it by a distance of time, man. That is the point, man. Everything is going to happen within a distance of time, man. All right. And then he said unto me, even so I've given the womb of the earth to those that be sown in their times, man. Okay. So all the earth can't hold all the prophecies at once, man. And 1 minute, that scripture says to be instant in and out of season. 1 minute things might be happening, and another minute things might go calm again. Right? But don't be deceived, man. Like Yahweh Shai said, as it was in the days of Noah, so it shall be in the days of the Son of Man. Okay? Just like Sodom and Gomorrah. Things appeared to be normal, then bam, sudden destruction came upon those people, man. So you have to constantly keep watching. All right? Constantly keep watching, man. All right, let me get Isaiah the 42nd chapter. We'll close this out soon. See, so like they said, the rhythm of prophecy, things happen 1 minute, then the next things go back to normal. And that's when a lot of people fall back to sleep. Right? The elders talked about that. You had 9/11, right? You had the year 2000, you had 9/11. Shit looked like it was about to pop off. They thought that the world was going to end back then. What happened? But things got calm again. See? But they kept pushing, man. Right? The Most High is not a man that he should lie. So if he tell you things are going to happen, it's going to happen, man. You have to remain on point, man. All right? But let me read this, though. Let me get Isaiah the 42nd chapter. And we know, man, like we said, the climax is when Yahweh Shai returns. Yahweh Shai is nigh. Because we're looking at this war. The scripture says, at least the flock shall draw him out. And we looking at this new system this devil is about to bring, the CBDC. So there is no going to be no peace and safety. That NWO is damn near here. That cashless society, man. All right, let me get Isaiah the 42nd chapter. Let me get Isaiah 42. Let's get Isaiah chapter 42, verse 12. It says, And then we go Isaiah 42, verse 12. Then let them give glory unto Yahweh B'Shem Shah and declare his praise in the islands. Yahweh B'Shem Shah shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea. He shall prevail against his enemies. And this is the point, verse 14. He says, I have a long time holding my peace. And this is why wickedness, the scripture says Babylon wickedness has reached unto heaven, man. Right? And this is why wickedness is at an all-time high. Right? The scripture tells you that iniquity shall increase above which thou hast seen us heard long ago. Because the Most High held this peace for a long time, man. Right? But we at the latter end. Because the scripture goes into the 3 world wars. Revelation, the 8th chapter, see how World War I, and things went back down. Then you had World War II. Okay? And then after World War II, America came out the victor. And this place was constantly going up. But then you had what? When you claim you went out to the heavens, this place started going down in decadence, right? That whole hippie culture, drugs, you see, the morality, the ethics of Babylon started going down, man. Feminism, see, and then you saw that the music, the degradation, everything is now decreasing. And now we see what also the economy, right? But the scripture says what? I have long time holding my peace. The Most High held this peace for a long time. Right? I have been still and refrained myself because why? The scripture says, he said his word is above his name. Right? Everything has to happen within a distance of time. But the scripture says what? Now shall I cry like a travailing woman. What is the Most High about to do right now? He's about to destroy Babylon, man. America, man. For what they did to his people. And that's the whole reason. I'm going to do a video on that. The whole reason, the main reason behind this war is to get out all you nations, man. Most High is going to pour upon you the wrath of his indignation. And that's why the whole reason, the purpose behind this WW3. And he said, what? I will destroy and devour at once. But the scripture says what? He's going to cry like what? A travailing woman, a woman that's in labor. Okay? She's crying and screaming before that baby's pushed out, man. See, second Ezra, the 16th chapter. I read actually Revelations 14 after this. Second Ezra 13 verse 16 verse 37. Let's get that. Second Ezra chapter 16 verse 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with a child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. This is the time we in right now. Those great pains, man, that the earth is about to experience. Yahweh Shai talked about that in Matthew the 24th chapter and Luke the 21st chapter. Right? The signs that's going to happen right before he comes back. Right? Because we know that child that's coming. Well, you read Revelation, was it Revelation 12 and... let me read it actually. Revelation chapter 12, that woman that's bringing forth that child. Let's get it. Revelation chapter 12 verse 2. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. Who that woman is? That woman is Israel. Verse 5. And she brought forth a man child, Yahweh Shai, was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto the Most High and to his throne. So ultimately when Yahweh Shai returned, that's the climax. And that's when we're going to be delivered. I'm going to get that, close it out with Revelation the 14th chapter. Let me read on though. It says, as when a woman with child is in the 9th month, bringing forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains? Those labor pains. Right? And they can never get rid of that, man. Ever. Right? Because that goes back to what the Most High said in Genesis 3:16, in sorrow you was going to bring forth children for your disobedience. Right? But we talking prophetically now. It says what? We verse 38 again. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringing forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment, man. Right? So things are going to constantly keep picking up. That's the point of prophecy point in time we about to get to. All right? It's not going to be a cycle of going up and down, up and down. Things just going to constantly keep escalating until Yahweh Shai return. That scripture says men's hearts are going to fail them in that time. All right. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Calling Layal Bashinal Shah. Right. So the prophecy ain't slack. Pain is coming, man. Those sharp pains, just like a woman in travail, is coming, man. Don't be deceived by these peace treaties and then want to sit at the table. Man, that's foolishness, man. All right? Most High's behind this war, man. And there ain't no going back, man. This place is on its way out. Let me get this. Revelation chapter 14, verse 13. Let me see. Not 13. It says, let's give 18. He said, and another angel came out from the altar which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, Yahushua, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And who's that fruit? Who's that grape or cluster the Most High kept for himself? His elect. See, Yahushua is coming back to destroy the wicked and to redeem his elect. All right. And the angel thrust in the sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast into it the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High, man. Okay. Isaiah the 63rd chapter. And when the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. So much blood is going to be spread onto planet Earth, man. Scripture says the blood is going to be up to the horse bridle, right? Up to his damn head. That's how much blood is going to be on the planet Earth, right? From one end of the earth even to the other, right? So, like I said, man, calling Layal Bashinal Shah, nothing is slack, man, right? All right, we coming to the pinnacle, the highest point of this thing, which is Yahushua returning. So that I'm saying, calling Layal Bashinal Shah, Shalom.